Hey guys, welcome to the Free Channel Gino and Tony, the doggy. Hug me. Um, I know it hasn't been the greatest build to it, but honestly, I think this last Monday and now Friday have actually killed the lead up to WrestleMania. We actually have another match added to it in about 40 minutes. We'll be watching some of the Hall of Fame. I will not be doing anything for that. I'll be watching because one of my favorite tag teams of all time is about to get inducted. Um, as you can see, Tony here is very excited as well. But guys, we have a new match added to the second night of WrestleMania. The women's United States Championship is actually going to get a match on the pay-per-view for the first time ever. And if they actually let these two girls do what they can do, this match can probably be absolutely incredible. The only kind of disgusting thing about this whole thing is Kairi Sane, Asuka, and Io Sky are not a part of WrestleMania whatsoever. Neither's either version of the tag team titles, which makes no sense. I think the match is going to steal the entire weekend. Is going to be the ladder match, the six-pack challenge match. Joe and Evans is going to do something absolutely insane. Um, there's going to be a lot of good matches. Let's go through. I'll make predictions on everything as we talk. Let's break down the card first. Night one. Oh, it's already flicking peanut butter over there. You can hear that in the background. We got the Vision, I Show Speed versus the Usos in LA Knight. We got Jacob Fatu versus Drew McIntyre in an unsanctioned match. We got Stephanie Vaquer versus Liv Morgan. AJ Lee versus Becky. That's for the Women's World Championship. We got AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch for the Intercontinental Women's Championship. I'm just playing tag, guys, right? We got the Irresistible Forces defending their titles. That being National Last Legend and Ajax, the women's tag titles, versus Charlotte Alexa Bliss versus Lyra and Bailey versus Brie Bella and Paige. For those of you who have not heard, Paige is returning and more than likely to be taking Nikki Bella's spot at Mania. We got Seth Rollins versus Gunther. We got Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton to close out night one for the undisputed WWE Championship. The first one was the second. We got Oba Femi and Brock Lesnar kicking off night two. We got Penta versus Javon Evans versus Dragon Lee versus JD McDonough versus Rusev versus Rey Mysterio for the Intercontinental title in the six-pack challenge ladder match. Jade Cargill versus Rhea Ripley, not a match I'm looking forward to. Probably the only match on the entire both weekends I'm not looking forward to. We got Sami Zayn versus Trick Williams for the United States Men's Championship. We got Demon Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio. People are sleeping on that match. The match is going to be absolutely incredible. Just announced, not put on Wikipedia yet. And if I'm not mistaken, we're going to have Tiffany Stratton versus Julia. This is a match I'm very, very much looking forward to. Like I said on my wrestling crew, if they let Julia beat Julia and Tiffany goes back to doing what Tiffany was doing, this match could be absolutely insane. And then finally, we got CM Punk versus Roman Reigns for the World Heavyweight Championship. This build has been absolutely awesome. CM Punk had a liner I do not care too much for, which was he said he was going to bury Roman next to his father. As somebody who has a deceased father, not a thing I'd say, but WWE went there, and now that we've broken down the card, let's give predictions match for match. Division with Austin Theory, Logan Paul, and Actual Speed, with Paul Heyman in their corner versus the Usos and LA Knight. I think this is going to be a very good match to kick off night one of WrestleMania, kick off WrestleMania in general. That's not annoying at all, Todd. Hey. Um, like I said, the Usos, Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, LA Knight, they've been in this weird, stupid ass feud with the Vision. The new tag team champions. So at least one set of the belts are going to be on WrestleMania. There's just no WrestleMania match for the belts. It's really, really, really sad. In my personal opinion, the women's belts get a chance, but neither set of the men's do, which is retarded. But whatever, it's not my fault. I'm just stumbling because I don't know which way WWE wants to go with this. I don't think Austin Theory and Logan Paul and Actual Speed should win this match. I think LA Knight should get some sort of a victory at some point in his career in a major pay-per-view. I don't think Triple H or anybody in WWE thinks that way. But if I'm going to pick this match, I think Division loses. I think I think LA Knight's going to pick Logan Paul. Jacob Fatu versus Drew McIntyre in a sanctioned match. This thing's going to be absolutely insane. These two guys are going to beat the ever-living fuck out of each other. This thing's been a blood feud from the beginning. Hey, Tots, come here. Come here. Look. Come here. Sorry, guys. She's just playing with the peanut butter Kong over there. Come here. Come see everybody. There she is, guys. What do you think of Drew versus Jacob? I think the fact that Jacob cut a fire promo and Drew is the last one to actually get an attack in, and Drew has had his run with the title, and Drew doesn't. This I don't think this loss would affect Drew more than this loss would affect Jacob. I think Jacob needs that one big win in his WWE career because he had that stupid feud with Solo Sikoa and didn't win a single match. That feud made no sense, and then he disappeared for a little bit. And this can vindicate Jacob for the way that Drew's been treating him. Whereas if Drew loses, he could just go even more unhinged. But I think this match is going to be violent. I think this match is going to be bloody. I think this match is not going to be for the people that like this, don't like this type of thing. Like I said, it's unsanctioned. WWE and storyline is saying they're waving their hands of it. Um, I don't know which way WWE wants to go, but I'm going to say that Jacob Fatu wins this match. It's going to be a very, very good match. Probably a match people aren't thinking about. These are two very, very, very good professional wrestlers. Jacob Fatu does things that defy physics, the way his body shape is, and Drew is just Drew's solid. I think this will lead Jacob into a world championship program in the future. Um, but like I said, I think Jacob Fatu wins this match. Two. Stephanie Vecchia versus Liv Morgan. This has probably been the single best feud outside of the Brock Lesnar Owen feud. These two girls have just absolutely beat the ever living fuck out of each other. I don't know if it's they don't like each other, but the stuff they've been doing has been absolutely stiff and brutal. I don't know if you guys saw Liv's face. If you haven't, go take a look at her Instagram. She still has a nice little bubble on her head, and her eyes are bagged over. And the rumor going around is Roxanne and Roxy were, or sorry, Roxanne Perez and Raquel were supposed to take the women's tag team title spot of the Bellas, but apparently Roxanne may have a concussion due to what happened on Raw a couple weeks ago. But these two girls have just been blindsiding each other, and I don't think they've been faking anything. I think everything they've done has been stiff for each other throughout this whole show, and their promos have been absolutely violent. I just don't know which way WWE wants to go with this. I mean, Stephanie's had a hell of a year. Her title run has not been the best. This is a good program she's been in. Liv just made a stupid ass music video. It's not a good music video. It's not a good song. It's not anything. It's funny though because Stephanie just said she's a better stringer than she's wrestler, so that must mean she doesn't think Liv can wrestle at all. What do you think, Todd? If you're WWE, do you have Liv win this and then have Raquel and Roxanne turn on her and have Roxanne go up the belt, or Raquel? I don't think Toddy likes that idea, as you guys can hear. Or do you keep Stephanie with it and then you have Liv win it back at some win it at SummerSlam or Survivor Series or something like that? Um, I think this is going to be a feud that might go on for a little while. They might have a couple more matches. I think kind of some of the hype around Stephanie's kind of gone away a little bit. I think Liv. I don't know if Liv needs the belt, but once again, like the Drew McIntyre Jacob thing, I think Stephanie beating Liv kind of solidifies. Sure, guys, kind of solidifies Stephanie a little bit. Um, I just don't know if they're gonna do back to back women's title changes. Hey, you okay? You're okay. You're okay. Sorry, guys, I just have to talk you through either. Um, I'm gonna go with gut instinct on this one. I think Liv is going to retain at Mania solely because I think what's going to happen in the match following this. But I think they're going to have another match, and it's going to be kind of I don't know if it's going to be disqualification or some sort of like shady finish. But they're going to have another match, I think, in the following pay per view, and they'll probably have a Hell in a Cell something at some point because this is one of those feuds that needs to lead to that. Um, so I think this is not the first of their matches. This is the first of many matches these two are going to have together. Um, but like I said, I think Stephanie wins. Following that, this one might be one of the easier matches on the entire card to pick for me personally. AJ Lee has beat Becky 3 straight times. AJ Lee's a part timer. Becky's been there a lot. Um, and just to build up for this thing, I think Becky Lynch is getting the Intercontinental title for a third time. Following that, this one's a little weirder to pick because I don't know if Nikki's actually out or if she isn't. Rumor has it she is out. I'll let you know in a minute, Tots. It's the Irresistible Forces, which is Nia Jackson, Lash Legend versus Charlotte and Alexa, which is and
Connecting to the internet. It looks like there was an issue with the router and Echo device.
sorry, Alexa Bliss with Bliss.
Then plug in the router.
Versus Bailey and Lyra. Sorry, guys, about that. Versus the Bella Twins, or as rumor has it, Paige and Brie Bella. God, that should be awful because Brie Bella should not be on TV anymore. Neither should Nikki. Unfortunate injuries aside. Um, I don't think these irresistible forces are leaving Mania with the belts. I think Alexa's going to turn on Charlotte due to what I kind of saw at, at SmackDown. Or sorry, Charlotte. Yes, Alexa's going to turn on Charlotte because Charlotte's having a hell of a time as a face. And I think WWE wants to keep her face because the fans are finally cheering for her. Excuse me, guys. Like I said, I don't know what's going on with the Bellas, so I don't think they're going to put the belt on Paige right away as soon as she comes back. I think Bailey and Lyra are the most deserving team outside of Nia and Lash, solely because I think there's going to be a storyline coming out of this between Alexa and Charlotte. And Nikki being injured kind of takes away the whole plan. Then Bella's probably winning the titles at Mania. So, yeah, Bailey and Lyra it is. Following that, we got Seth and Gunther. This is going to be an interesting match. Is Paul Heyman going to play a part in this match? Is he not? What's the favorite Gunther wants? What is Seth going to do? It's his first match since getting injured. This is Gunther's first match since he hasn't had to retire somebody. I don't know if you can kind of call Gunther's momentum right now. I don't know if Seth needs this, but Gunther beating Seth kind of gives him a bigger scalp, even though Gunther is a star in of himself. But beating somebody like Seth, who's ran the company for a decade and a half now, um, I meant to say Gunther. That was a hard one to pick, but I had to go with my gut instinct on that. Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton. I think there's only one way this should go. Randy Orton has to win number 15. I think Pat McAfee is going to play a role in this. I think Jelly Roll's going to try and get involved. He's going to cost Cody because Cody's heart's too good, and Pat McAfee's going to kick Cody in the balls or something like that. And unlike what happened last year with Fiend, Cody's going to lose the belt this year. Following that, we're going to go to night 2, kicking off Obafemi Brock Lesnar. This one's easy for me. Obafemi has to absolutely decimate Brock Lesnar in under 5 minutes and become the new beast of the entire WWE because Brock needs to be headed out. The ladder match. This is a match I'm think is going to steal the entire fucking year. This might be my match of the year. We'll see if anything plays out the way it's going to in my head. We got Penta, we got Javon Evans, we got Dragon Lee, we got JD McDonough, we got Rusev, we got Rey Mysterio. Rusev is the most interesting character in this whole thing for me because he's the only one that's not really a high flyer, but his power game could be insane in some of the spots he can do and take off the ladder. And all the rest of these guys, 5 guys, are absolutely insane athletes, especially aerially wise. And I don't know if Penta can lose the belt right now because he just recently won it. But if anyone should win it, it's either going to be Dragon Lee or JD. They're all the wrong. I'd love to have JD McDonough with the belt, but it'd be kind of funny to have JD have Dominic Mysterio's belt inside the Judgment Day and then see what happens there. Dragon Lee be an interesting champion. I think Javon Evans is young and he has not won anything yet in NXT or WWE. If I'm going to say anything, I think this might be Javon's night. Jade Cargill versus Rhea Ripley. I don't know. Big part of me wants to say Rhea's winning solely because she's been beat down so much, but the fact that Io Sky's been involved makes me kind of think they're going back to Io and Rhea as a team because I don't know if Rhea needs the belt right now as much as Jade does to keep solidifying Jade, and they just put her faction together. But it's going to be a feud that goes on forever, like the Liv and Stephanie Manuel. I don't know. It hasn't been the greatest feud, but it's been there. Is he going to play a part to help Rhea? We'll see, because there's 3-on-1 pretty much throughout that match. I think Io will come out at some point, but then she'll get taken up by the Warriors. I'm going to say Rhea Ripley wins. Sami Zayn versus Trick Williams. I think they're going to do a double turn here, like they did with Bret Hart and Stone Cold. Sami's going heel, Trick's going face. Little Waddy Yachty's going to play a part in this match, but Trick's not like he didn't see it. Sami's already pretty much a heel. Trick's pretty much already a face. They're just fully confirming it at this point. Sami may even do something underhanded to beat Trick, and then we get a rematch in the following pay-per-view. I'm going to say Sami Zayn wins. The Demon, sorry, it's the first time in 4 years we've seen the Demon. The Demon Finn Balor, that is, versus Dominic Mysterio. I don't know if this is the right match to bring out the Demon, but WWE thought it was, so they're doing it. This is an intriguing match. The build has not been the greatest. It's kind of been quick and like they forgot it was Mania. Um, I think Dominic's finally was coming to him, and he's going to get absolutely murdered by the Demon in this match for the majority of it. JD is going to try and get involved if he doesn't get seriously hurt. I don't think the rest of the Judgment Day is going to come out. I just can't wait to hear the pop the Demon gets. But I think Finn Balor wins this match. CM Punk versus Roman Reigns. There's only one way I see this happening. Roman Reigns has to win. CM Punk, like Roman Reigns said, is old. I don't understand why people have this hype around CM Punk like he's done something fantastic. I think the man is old. You can tell he's having pain and he's struggling in the ring and he can't keep up. Oh, sorry, that one, we had the match I believe we just added tonight, but nobody said anything, which is Julia versus Tiffy. This is Tiffy. Last year was champion head into Mania. She left with the title. Julia's finally getting the spotlight she deserves. For those of you that have never actually seen Julia wrestle properly and be allowed to be Julia, I hope WB lets that happen at Mania. Um, there's rumors that Julia's supposed to be getting a bigger push. I don't know if this Chelsea's going to play a role in this. Remember, they hinted a couple weeks ago that Chelsea and Tiffy were going to get together and try and take Julia out, right? Excuse me, guys. It's been a long day. I'm going to have to say that Julia's going to lose the belt and Cam's going to turn on Julia after she loses that belt. Okay, CM Punk versus Roman Reigns. I think Roman Reigns wins. He just simply has to, just to shut up CM Punk for a little bit and the CM Punk lovers. It's going to be a very good match. I don't think it'll be the match people want it to be. On that note, guys, I'm about to head out for the night, go hang out with Toddy a bit more, but I just wanted to jump on here and do quick predictions, and we'll talk to you after both nights on reviews. All right? Peace, boys and ladies.